Yeah, great question. Well, Pittard looks like he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is a bit of a shame for the boys. He's worked really hard in pre-season, so we'll be looking at replacements for him. I think McDonald might take his spot at the moment. He's got his hand up for it. Josh, old Chozza DeLuca, he looks like he'll come in as well this week. So we're looking to really see how the boys go against a real strong Sydney outfit down in Tassie. Yeah, I've settled in quite well. The boys here down at Arden Street have really made me feel part of the furniture now. They've taken to the ideas really well. We're aiming big, and obviously with the restrictions it's a little bit tougher to train, but we're really looking forward to getting into the season. Yeah, round one is fast approaching. I think every coach will have their 22 in their mindset and up on a sheet of paper. Mine's changed numerous times, so we'll see how Sydney goes and look to spring some surprises against St Kilda. My favourite route, oh, that's a tough one. It'd be hard to go past our forward line coach at the moment in Wayne Carey. Was a phenomenal servant at the club, phenomenal footballer. So yeah, definitely Wayne Carey will definitely be my answer for that one.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blundstone Arena. Monday afternoon football this afternoon. A public holiday here in Tasmania and Victoria for this clash between North Melbourne and Sydney. Their final tune-up before round one, where both teams would have hopes of potentially making the finals in season 2020. Riley Staraj with you for the coverage this afternoon. It's a pleasure as always, wherever you're watching around our great land. And of course, there is no crowd in this afternoon. The coronavirus pandemic sweeping across the world. We don't need to mention that anymore, but it's still going to be a very willing contest for two sides who had varying fortunes last week. Sydney, well, they were on the worst ledger in comparison to North Melbourne. 94-point defeat at the hands of DWS at Blacktown International Sports Park. A performance that was described as awful by Brett Kirk, who was the interim coach for the afternoon, and his side would want to greatly improve on that output. They still have some very recognisable names: Josh Kennedy, Luke Parker, Lance Franklin, Tom Papley. A couple of new recruits as well in Sam Gray and Lewis Taylor. Of course, they didn't get Joe Danaher in the trade period, but there is still hope that they'll be able to improve on their 8 wins from a year ago. North Melbourne on to Blundstone Arena now. 55 points winners last week against Premiership fancies the Western Bulldogs. Dan Williams was thrilled with the performance of his Chargers, and we just get the feeling that they might surprise a few in season 2020. Namely, of course, last week Jai Simkin was brilliant, Trent Dumont was influential, and Cameron Zurhaar, well, he looks like he's added another string to his bow and will be a dominant force for the years to come. Toss of the coin in the middle, Jack Zeeble and Luke Parker, the captains this afternoon for their respective sides. Razor Ray Chamberlain, the most recognisable umpire in the AFL, doing the toss, and the Swans will win the toss. They will be kicking to the right of screen as we're just about ready. Ben Brown, Jake Lloyd will begin hostilities possibly today. Sam Reid, they're in screen. And we're underway from Blundstone Arena. The final tune-up, it's North Melbourne and Sydney. Well, Sydney trying to get the first clearance away, couldn't quite. Sandilands, he was very good last week. Zurhaar, the man we mentioned in the preview from 40, and that is outstanding from the young man. That's his first goal of the afternoon. North Melbourne 1 straight to nothing. Towards half forward for the Swans, good mark from Hayward. Now, Will Hayward about 75 metres out, towards, well, a pack of about 7. Pretty congested there, but over the top the hand pass goes. Kick a goal from Louis Taylor is brilliant. Well done from Louis. The ex-Lion kicks his first, all square. On the outer side wing position, Swans have the footy towards basically the tip of the square. No mark taken. North Melbourne have it with Tahini, but he's turned it over. Davies Uniac couldn't lay the tackle. Heaney to a one-on-one. Spoil away from Tarrant was well done. Gray gets it back off the hands. Well done from Sam Gray. That's his first. Sydney second. Sydney calls the turnover again inside 50, one-on-one contest. Tarrant gets the spoil away for North Melbourne under pressure. It's not the greatest of hand passing. They're going to pay again. Sam Gray has his second, and Sydney have their third. Still in dispute, middle of Blundstone Arena. Sydney towards half forward. Well, it's a 3-on-1. Tarrant's the one. He got the spoil away, but he's just got it to a bunch of red and white. And it's another goal for Sydney. And it's Tom Papley who kicks his first of the afternoon. Sydney on fire early. 4 straight to 1-1. Alir got the kick to Rampy, to Lloyd. Now Lloyd has set it up towards a 3-on-3. Oh, good mark from Alir. It wasn't a good kick from Lloyd, but his hand pass wasn't great either. It's turned over, goes back to Heaney short. Larkey should run onto this. It does a sort of off break, but it's a good kick from Larkey. He snapped it off the left and got his first. Sydney with the ball, 9 points the margin. Kick forward from Heaney. Oh, good mark from Papley. Now he plays on, wheels around, gets towards basically the goal line. It's a good kick to Gray. It was a very accurate kick there from Tom Papley. It had to be perfect because North Melbourne was congregating the corridor. Gray from the tight angle. Oh, he's kicked a beauty. Good work from Sam Gray. That's number 3. And Sydney by 15. Kick towards the centre circles. Majak Door thereabouts. Got the spoil away. Sanderlands, Jamont over the top. Now North Melbourne should run onto this. They've got 3 players steaming towards goal. Zerha's one. He'll shoot and kick his second. This has been a very good Marsh Community Series from Cam Zerha. That's number 2 for him this afternoon. Hand pass over the top, kicking board from the Swans, not the greatest. Davies Uniac puts the pressure on. Jamont, 35 metres out towards the goal line. That's a good kick from Trent Dumont. He's a player that's really starting to develop for the Kangaroos, and he reduces the margin to 3 points. Towards half forward for the Swans. Goes over the back of the contest. Tarrant's caught out of position. Reid should get there first for Sydney. Runs around. Beats Tarrant off the right foot. Oh, what a goal from Sam Reid. Brilliantly done from Sam Reid. Really the second fill in this Sydney Swans forward line. And he did that superbly. Cunningham. Hand pass over the top. It's good as well towards basically a 2-on-2. Or it's a goal. It is a goal from Buddy. And it's a brilliant goal from Lance Franklin. He took the hand pass and just went bang. Cunnington. Zeeble the target. Couldn't get there. Gets it back. Snaps it. Well, really up in the air. Brown's the target. Couldn't take it. Off hands. Off the feet. Snap it. Goal off the ground from Zeeble. It was basically a snapping soccer kick. And it was outstanding from the captain. That's his first. It's back to 11. Well, that's a good kick to Papley. North Melbourne's defence were all at sea on that occasion. And Tom Papley, he can line up from just inside the 50 to have a shot here. It drops short, contest in the square. And Sam Gray, the smallest man in that pack, which included the likes of Lance Franklin, took it. And he's going to line up for number 4. The ex-Port Adelaide Power product. Can be inconsistent at times, but when he's good, he's very good. And that was brilliant work from Sam Gray. Number 4 for him. 4 disposals, 4 goals. 17 points the margin that North have to make up. Sandilands decisive late. Tarrant Thomas lays the bump. Taken away from Hall. Sets it towards the forward 50. It's a good kick as well. No mark taken. Jameson there. Soccers it towards goal. Swans have the numbers. Smothered on the line. Jameson should kick it. He does. Callum Jameson. He followed up his own work and he did it very nicely. The margin is now 9. Switch across from Rampy to Alir. Well, he's kicked that into the post. He's had a brain fade there. And Jameson can bring it back to 3. And he does. Well, I don't know what the hell Alir was thinking there. But whatever it wasn't in the brain department. Swans by 3 points, 20 minutes gone, final term. Sam Reid on the logo, takes it on the wing. Now he's got an option forward. It's a good kick to Kennedy. Kennedy to a 2-on-2 in the square. Oh, good mark from Blakey. Have not called his name often this afternoon. In fact, I think it's one of the first times, but he's bobbed up at the right moment and could just about seal it. He does kick the goal. 9 points, 22 gone final term. Switch across from the Swans. Clark plays on against his old side. Well, that was questionable at best, shocking at worst. Tackle laid there. Davies Uniacke will try get there first. Goes back. Zurha for number 3. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. North to bring it back. It's a goal. And Davies Uniacke has socketed it off the ground. It's his third possession, and it was his best of the day. 4 points the margin. Brown takes it inside 50. Jameson the target. He gets there. Couldn't quite take the mark. Polak. Larkey. He's taken it. Nick Larkey. And he's going to have to kick from about 45 metres out. Massive kick in the context of this one. He's missed it. He's missed it. And it's all over. Sydney have won the last Marsh Community Series game for them. A much improved performance. Dan Williams can be encouraged, but ultimately they come out losers this afternoon. 9-5 to 8-7, a 4-point loss, but a lot to be encouraged by here for the Kangaroos. They look a bit despondent, but they've got St Kilda to worry about now in 13 days' time. You look at the stats, well, they really dominated. Plus 12 inside 50s for North Melbourne. Not as many possessions, but they were a lot more decisive. The Clangers, though, really cleared them. 34. Look at the possession winners. Lloyd with 13. Florent, 12. Rampy, 11. Whilst for North Melbourne, Atley, Dorr and Hall with 6. Gray kicked the 4 for Sydney. Zurha kicked the 2 for North Melbourne, as did Callan Jameson. We'll see you in 13 days for North Melbourne, taking on St Kilda.
Afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Afternoon Radio. It's DSR, and we're here after the North Melbourne and Sydney game. Sydney got up this afternoon, 9-5-59 to 8-7-55, and we've got Coach Dan Williams on the line. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, not so bad. Disappointing today, but no, I'm doing well, thank you. Cheers, mate.
And how's things going after today? Any injury concerns?
J-Bell pulled up a bit sore, but aside from that, he should be good to go next week. Pittard, obviously, is our concern for round 1, but aside from that, we're 100% fit and firing. It's just a bit disappointing today.
And have your expectations changed before round 1 with the surprise loss this afternoon?
No, I think the facts of the matter are, first 3 quarters, we were just outplayed. Sydney are a very strong to the ball outfit. And yeah, we just didn't really respond till too late and probably didn't deserve to win that goal. Larkey had a kick at the daff and shanked it a little bit. So, I mean, the promising side is that we can play bad and still stay in games. Now it's just about resetting and really focusing for round 1 up against St Kilda, which will be a tough game in itself. They've had a very good pre-season. So, yeah, we're still confident nothing has changed. It's still the 8 for me. Yeah, some of the boys just hurting a little bit. So it's going to be good for this week to lick the wounds and get into next week.
And welcome back to DSR Radio. We've got a few callers this afternoon. First one, and it's our good friend Dennis. He's in Vegas. How are you, buddy? Yeah, not bad, man, not bad. What do you got to say after the pre-season, mate? How are you feeling?
Oh, like as I sort of said, William Sarno, Dan the man. I was pretty happy with the way the North Melbourne Kangaroos went. Looking to rebound. I'm the man to rebound. The things are gonna happen. I feel confident. They persisted. That's what you do. They were down early. It was quite a big decision, and they were losing by a bit, but they came back. That's what you need to do. It's like the Bulls, or when I was at the Pistons. You just gotta keep coming back. You just gotta grind away. That's what North's gonna do. I think that Dan the man, he's gonna bring that, and I think it's gonna be really good for the team. And I'm looking forward to what they have to do this year.
Thanks, Dennis. That's great, mate. DSR Radio. It's 10 to 4. We're here all afternoon.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you've got this far, I really do appreciate it. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and I'll see you next time. Pom out.